Hello, and welcome to Shane's Microscope. I'm Shane, and this is my microscope. Let's take a peek. Today's sample from Birdbath A was done to test some filtering. I collected some water. There's going to be some suspended sediment in that, but I didn't collect any of the sediment at the bottom. And I ran about 4 ounces of that water through a coffee filter, which concentrated it into a kind of sludge that I could just scoop right up. So let's check it out. Now under the microscope, let's start with the unfiltered water. It's always a good idea to have a control so you know what you're looking at. And as we can see, this is fairly empty. There are a few particulates in here, some really tiny air bubbles, a few pieces of suspended sediment. Oh, we do have a little something. Zooming in, that looks like green algae, which would put it in the phylum Chlorophyta. That's the Greek chloros for green and phyton for plant. Alright, now let's have a look at that concentrated water. Immediately we can see that the small things suspended in that water have been much concentrated. We've got some rotifers doing things, some green algae, but I want to check out that crazy looking thing. I have not seen anything like that before. Under high magnification, it appears to be something that's in a cyst. That's from the Latin cystus, for pouch. A lot of freshwater organisms use those to weather unfavorable conditions. And this looks to me like it may be some sort of flatworm. That would make it a platyhelminth. That's from the Greek platus for flat and helminths for parasitic worm. Alright, now let's check out those rotifers. Rotifer, if you recall, is Latin for wheelbearer, from rota, for wheel. And we can see from the way that they're moving around that these are bedelloid rotifers, which comes from the Greek bedella, leech. And you can see this one is transitioning from an exploratory mode to the use of its ciliated crown. And up very close, you can see it's got those orange eye spots on its brain. And that tells us it's of the genus Phylodina. That's from the Greek phylos, meaning to have a fondness for something, and dinos, whirling. So these little things have a fondness for whirling and twirling. And we can also see its teeth in there. Those are trophy. And here's the other rotifer that was over there. This one seems to be much more interested in feeding than exploring. We can also see the orange eye spots on its brain. And we can see its trophy mouth parts going as it pulls things in with its ciliated crown. I decided also to look at these guys under dark field, and that just looks stunning to me. It looks like it's full of silver and gold glitter. You can even see the texture of its skin under dark field. Rotifers are multicellular organisms after all. And I believe that the glittering gold part is the gut. It's been eating well. And the round silver part, I believe, is a embryo in there of a young rotifer. And I think the darker, longer silver pieces are reproductive organs. That just looks amazing. Well, when I switched back to bright field, I noticed this flagellate. Recall that flagella is Latin for whip. You can kind of see its little whip going in front of it. I have difficulty with these small, fast-moving guys, but I think this might be of the genus Chlamydomonas, from the Greek chlamus, cloak, and monas, solitary. Elsewhere in the sample, green algae over here, some chlorophyta, and and some little flagellate just really twirling over there. Well, I would say that this experiment was definitely a success. The coffee filter was able to massively concentrate the things that were suspended in the water, and I was just blown away by how cool that rotifer looked under dark field. Alright, well, I think we'll leave it there for the day. Thanks for having a look with me. Until next time, keep on peeking.